Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 2nd June. A journey through time of 2nd June 2025. Monday. Today's 2nd June highlight in history. 1608. The colony of Virginia gets a charter, extending borders from sea to sea. 1615. The first Recollet missionaries arrive at Quebec City from Rouen, France. 1676. France-Dutch War. France ensured the supremacy of its naval fleet for the remainder of the war with its victory in the Battle of Palermo. 1692. Bridget Bishop is the first person to be tried for witchcraft in Salem, Massachusetts. She was found guilty the same day and hanged on June 10. 1763. Pontiac's Rebellion. At what is now McNeil City, Michigan, Chippewas capture Fort Michilimackinac by diverting the garrison's attention with a game of lacrosse, then chasing a ball into the fort. 1774. Intolerable Acts. The Quartering Act of 1774 is enacted, allowing a governor in colonial America to house British soldiers in uninhabited houses, outhouses, barns, or other buildings if suitable quarters are not provided. 1780. The anti-Catholic Gordon riots in London leave an estimated 300 to 700 people dead. 1793. French Revolution. Francois Henriot, leader of the Parisian National Guard, arrests 22 Gardianists selected by Jean-Paul Marat, setting the stage for the Reign of Terror. 1805. Napoleonic Wars. A Franco-Spanish fleet recaptures from the British the island of Diamond Rock, which guards the entrance to the bay leading to Fort de France, Martinique. 1848. The Slavic Congress opens in Prague. 1866. The Fenians defeat Canadian forces at Ridgeway and Fort Erie, but the raids end soon after. 1896. Guglielmo Marconi applies for a patent for his wireless telegraph. 1909. Alfred Deakin becomes Prime Minister of Australia for the third time. 1910. Charles Rolls, a co-founder of Rolls-Royce Limited, becomes the first man to become a non-stop double crossing of the English Channel by plane. 1919. Anarchists simultaneously set off bombs in 8 separate US cities. 1924. US President Calvin Coolidge signs the Indian Citizenship Act into law, granting citizenship to all Native Americans born within the territorial limits of the United States. 1941. World War II. German paratroopers murder Greek civilians in the villages of Kondomari and Alekunius. 1946. Birth of the Italian Republic. In a referendum, Italians vote to turn Italy from a monarchy into a republic. After the referendum, King Umberto II of Italy is exiled. 1953. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II at Westminster Abbey becomes the first British coronation and one of the first major international events to be televised. 1955. The USSR and Yugoslavia signed the Belgrade Declaration and thus normalized relationship between the two countries discontinued since 1948. 1962. During the FIFA World Cup, police had to intervene multiple times in fights between Chilean and Italian players in one of the most violent games in the football history. 1964. The Palestine Liberation Organization (PLO) is formed. 1966. Surveyor Program. Surveyor 1 lands in Oceanus Procellarum on the Moon, becoming the first US spacecraft to soft land on another world. 1967. Louis Monge is executed in Colorado's gas chamber in the last pre-Foreman execution in the United States. 1967. Protests in West Berlin against the arrival of the Shah of Iran are brutally suppressed, during which Beno Onesgor is killed by the police officer. His death results in the founding of the terrorist group Movement 2 June. 1979. Pope John Paul II starts his first official visit to his native Poland, becoming the first pope to visit a communist country. 1983. After an emergency landing because of an in-flight fire, 23 passengers aboard Air Canada Flight 797 are killed when a flashover occurs as the plane's door open. Because of this incident, numerous new safety regulations are put in place. 1990. The Lower Ohio Valley tornado outbreak spawned 66 confirmed tornadoes in Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, killing 12. 1997. In Denver, Timothy McVeigh is convicted on 15 counts of murder and conspiracy of his role in 1995 bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, in which 168 people died. He was executed 4 years later. 1998. Space Shuttle Discovery is launched on STS-91, the final mission of the Shuttle Mir program. 2003. Europe launches its first voyage to another planet, Mars. The European Space Agency's Mars Express probe launches from the Baikonur Space Center in Kazakhstan. 2012. Former Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak is sentenced to life imprisonment for his role in the killing of demonstrators during the 2011 Egyptian Revolution. 2014. Telangana officially becomes the 29th state of India, formed from 10 districts of northwestern Andhra Pradesh. 2022. Following a request from Ankara, the United Nations officially changed the name of the Republic of Turkey and the organization from what was previously known as Turkey to Turkey. 2023. A collision between two passenger trains and a parked freight train near the city of Balasore, Odisha in eastern India results in 296 deaths and more than 1,200 people injured. Thank you very much for your patience. Please do like, share, and subscribe.